Hi guys, it's me the Big B and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I just want to demo and kind of show off the app I've been working on. Obviously on my channel you've seen I've sort of reviewed a few different apps and things like that, but I've always wanted to do my own. I've always wanted to control the audio, know what goes into those audio banks personally myself because I made them. And thanks to the Unity project I've been able to do that. And I've spent a lot of time putting this app together. I've sent it out for testing, and the responses that have come back are fantastic. People are hearing, voices they recognise out of this thing. They're getting clear audio, clear replies. And when I sort of just have a bit talk about it, I'll sort of tell you why that's kind of impossible because of the way I've done the audio. Now, basically, you have a standard GhostBox. You've got sweep rate up and down. That alters the sweep rate that the software sweeps between the two audio banks, and those two audio banks are made up. Bank 1 is human sounds. There are human sounds in there, but there are no words. There are no actual words in any of the audio. What it is you've got male, female, young and old, which you'll hear, but they speak in complete gibberish. And I liken it to like the way the Sims talk. It's just complete gibberish. It doesn't make sense even if you played it forwards. But it's complete gibberish, and it's just there, so you've got human sounds, but not even phonetics. There's no phonetics, there's no A, R, but it's just gibberish. And then that is completely reversed. So it's played backwards, and again, as you know, if you play something backwards, even if you play English backwards, it doesn't sound like anything. So it's completely mixed up. And it's just there, again, like I said, because I believe Spirit don't just stitch words together sometimes. They can, but I think a lot of the time they can use any sound, they can manipulate any sound, and they're using the tones and the frequencies to make a voice, and that's what I've done. I've took the words out, because a lot of these apps, they still have words built in. They kind of take a reading out of a book or something, they slice it into little bits, and then that's played at random, but there are still bits of words in there, so you can get little false positives, things like that. So I wanted to take that completely out the equation. I know other apps have kind of done similar things, but still, again, I know what's gone into these audio banks. There isn't any guesswork and thinking, well, what is in there? I know what's in here for me. So bank 1, you've just got these random gibberish that is completely reversed, and I went for like male, female, young and old, because they cover a wide range of tones and frequencies, from the male with a lower voice to the young female who's got the slightly higher pitched voice. Then bank 2, I went for very low bassy tones, and the way I did that is I used a chant. It's like a chant, but again, even forwards, the chant didn't contain any words. It was just more sounds, human sounds, and very low, very bassy, very whispery, and things like that. And again, that covers all the lower range. And again, that is completely reversed. So again, both banks, there are absolutely no words in there at all. And when I've been having this tested, people have been reporting back that they're getting clear voices. I have, and hopefully when I test this in a minute, you will see what I mean. We're getting clear replies forwards, which cannot be they're not in the audio banks. Not that they can't be, they're not. So if you get a reply out of this thing, it's not coming from the audio banks. That is being manipulated, and that's your reply. I've even had people say that they've had voices come through this that they recognise as people that have passed. They actually recognise the voices. So again, that's awesome. So without further ado, I'll give you a quick rundown. You've got your sweep rate buttons left and right. There's this thing there. The lower the number, the faster it scans. So your decrease actually takes the number higher, but that's actually slowing the sweep rate down. It starts off at 250 milliseconds. You've got a proximity alarm sensor button at the bottom. What that does, if your device obviously has a proximity sensor, which most phones do, what's what they use to detect whether your phone's up to your ear or whether you've turned it over onto the table and things. You turn that on. I'll turn it on. Unfortunately, this device doesn't have the proximity sensor, but that won't stop anything else from working.
Sensor activated.
So you turn it on, and if you have a proximity sensor, anything that moves in front of the device, she'll shout, that female voice will shout a warning at you saying there's been movement detected. So it gives you, put this down on a flat surface, and you've got a nice little sort of proximity sensor. Turns it into like a little REM pod, if you like. If anything moves, if anything comes near it, it'll fire a warning off.
Sensor deactivated.
But again, if your device doesn't have a proximity sensor, it just won't work. But it won't stop anything else from working. Everything else works fine. If you go into your settings, you've got a simple, very basic record feature. Again, I didn't want to make this complicated. It's just for taking voice notes, say if you're in a location of what you're seeing, your surroundings, or to do quick EVP bursts. Hit record, do your session, stop it. That's recorded as per the instructions on the screen. It's recorded to the internal memory with the name evp.mp3, and it'll probably have a date stamp. Date stamps them as well, so you'll have a number in front of that as well. Basically, that's where you put it on your computer, review your evidence back. Before I started scanning, there's also another feature. I wanted a lot of people to use the mobile devices as a camera, but they have to shut the app down, go into the camera, open the camera up, take a photograph, and then come back, and it's a bit cumbersome. So I built into this, if you long press the power button, it'll launch your device's camera, if obviously your device has a camera. I'll just demo that. So long press.
Camera activated.
Activate your camera. I'll take a picture of my keyboard, because why not? Picture took. Tick the button. You're back into the app. So it's as quick as that, and the app's still going. Simple feature, but kind of comes in handy. So without further ado, we're just going to click that power button, and we're going to scan, and you'll hear the sounds.
Scanner activated.
And there you go. You can hear the male, female gibberish going off completely backwards, and you can hear them low, bassy chant tones. So the two audio banks cover a wide range of tones and frequencies that the spirits can use. Hello? Hello? I think I heard a little hello there. Hello? And again, you can hear the higher frequencies there, that female voice. Well, it's not classed as a voice because you're not saying anything, it's gibberish. Female sounds. Hello? Is there anybody here today that can help me? Can you use this device to talk? Can you just say hello for me? Again, guys, you can alter the sweep rate while the scanner's running as well. So there you can hear it scanning through a lot faster. Slow it back down, and you can go as fast or slow as you want. Hello? And again, you've got to remember with these apps, just because you turn it on does not mean you're going to get direct, instant communication. There has to be a spirit with you, and it has to want to talk to you. Even like a paranormal investigator, they're doing it as long as what I have. We don't just get instant results. Now that sounded like something. It sounded like please help. Please help us. Again, I'll go back through this audio, and anything I get, I'll sort of put up. But any response you're getting forwards isn't within these audio banks. I can guarantee that 100%. I spent a long time making sure that these audio banks were exactly how I wanted them. I wanted to take out any chance of a false positive in there to make sure there is not one single word Hello? Did someone just ask for help? Is anyone that can come forward and help me show that this app is working? That you can use this? Can you hear my voice? I want to turn this off soon. If you've managed to see anything through this, thank you. Thank you for your help. If you could say my name before I go, that would be awesome. Can you say my name? I know the spirits that are around me know my name. I can hear little bits of that. I can hear somebody. Come on, try your hardest because I'm going to have to turn this off soon. This has just been a quick demo. And I'm going to say goodbye. I shall talk to you again soon. It's always the same with these things. When you go to switch it off, you think you hear something. It keeps you hanging on. Something, it sounded like a swear word. I'm not quite have to listen to that back on the audio. I don't know what that was about. And I'm going to ask whoever see it to step back. I'm going to stop this now. Thank you for helping. Speak to you soon. And I've stopped that there. Again, I heard that bassy thing. I think I could have sworn that said, "Is it me?" But there were some replies in there, guys. But like I said, your mileage may vary with any app. You can turn an app on today and you'll get some absolutely fantastic results depending on your location, depending if there's something there that wants to communicate. Or you can turn these things on and get nothing. And that's the problem when some people buy these apps. They expect you to turn it on and they're on an instant one-way communication with the other side. It does not work like that. You have to be patient. You have to give it time. Listen for those responses. That's why I'm a big advocate of reverse audio and doing what I've done, taking the human word out of it, so you can clearly hear if something comes forward there. I heard a hello and I heard some voices, but because everything is backwards, everything's gibberish, you know there's no forwards words coming out this thing. When they do appear, you can hear them much clearer, a lot easier. And that's the magic of it. And you can hear a lot more replies in real time. Because when you've got all these other apps that you're spewing all this stuff out, it's too chaotic. You've got to go back through, and you, like you'd still do with this, you've got to go back through, but it's hard to pick them out. they just stand out so clearly, and they're easy to pick up. And again, for an investigation where you're out in the middle of nowhere, it doesn't rely on any internet connection. You just go and you hear them in real time. You still will catch a few that's under there, some EVPs, but you catch a lot of them in real time, and that's the magic, guys. Now, I've got this on the Amazon App Store at the minute. I haven't got it onto the Play Store yet. I'm working on that, but it's on the Amazon. If anyone wants to get this, it's not on for a ridiculous price. It's on for $2.99. I'm not charging a fortune for this thing, but obviously there was some work went into it. I just hope you enjoy the app, guys, and hope you get some awesome replies out of it, like what I have and what the people that have been testing it have. It's been absolutely fantastic so far. I'm really chuffed to bits with it. So thanks for watching, guys, and we shall catch you next time.